everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Erin, and I'm normally a review channel, and for this video, I'm going to be talking about my thoughts review of Jamie Eason Live Fit, phase 1 of the program, and you can get the program absolutely free on bodybuilding.com. I will link that in the description box below, and I might have like a card up here. We shall see. I'm still getting to know YouTube and how everything works. And for other people that have watched my videos before, I'm working on lighting and everything. So I have my makeup mirror that has a ring light on it right there up in the corner to kind of help with the shadowing here, because I noticed in my other videos, like, you see how nice and bright this is. This isn't. So I'm learning, I'm working on it, and I still have yet to get a better camera. So hopefully, sorry about that. In the future I will. But anyways, so phase 1, I completed that Saturday of this past week, and I feel great, honestly. We did have to take, we as in me and my husband, I did have to take a week off due to illness and a last minute trip, but I hopped right back in when I got back. So it didn't really hurt anything, for me at least. But I really liked phase 1. It's a great building blocks of, hey, I'm just getting back into the gym and I'm like learning how to lift, how to work on formation, how to lift safely. And they only start you off with 4 days a week, which I think is a great introduction to getting back into this. And then they up you to 5 towards the end. So I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot. As for my weight loss, I did lose 4 pounds. I think I might have mentioned that, or mentioned a little bit about my weight loss in the first video that I made on this. And I will, like I said, make a card about that above, or link it below, or do both. We'll see. But yeah, going on my trip, because I was in the car for 8 hours there, 8 hours back, and also being sick, I did put on some water weight. So I fluctuated back up, and then now I'm working on getting back down, and I'm back pretty much where I was between week 1 and week 2, where I'm going up and then I'm going down and then I'm going up and going down, but slowly and slowly, every time I go up, I'm going up a little less and I'm going down a little bit more. So I'm kind of stuck in limbo, but we'll just say 4 pounds lost for phase 1. So I'm pretty excited about that, considering you're bulking, you're not doing any cardio, which it was hard. Some days I would walk on the treadmill, but that was mainly just to get steps in. I wouldn't go super fast. It wasn't like a fast pace walking or jogging, but I did stay away from, even the elliptical. I didn't do that, which is your moderate cardio, and I didn't do any high intensity at all, because I'm sticking to the program as is for the most part. So yeah, I wasn't expecting to even lose weight. I was actually expecting to gain a pound or 2. So any loss to me is great loss, and I'm building muscle. So yeah, I was excited about that. And as for inches, I know that I had mentioned before that I had done my inches, and I was hoping that they were going to be saved. Well, they weren't, and I kind of just didn't want to worry about that, because I was really concentrating on the exercises, the form, just getting comfortable with the equipment. So I wasn't worried about the scale. I wasn't worried about my inches, but I did measure my waist, and I lost a little bit over an inch on my waist, and that feels so good. And my jeans, I'm mailing a pair to a friend because they're way too big, and then the ones that were in between, my smaller size that I have and that size, they fit comfortably and actually are a little big, so I'm loving that. And I can wear my smaller size. Do they look exactly how I want them to look? No, but yeah. And then I also had a pair of capris given to me, and when I had first put them on, they were tight. You could see my mom pooch. They weren't too flattering, and now those fit great and actually are very loose. So they're not flattering because now they're loose. But this is all great progress. So I'm not really stressing on the numbers. I'm kind of just going by how my clothes fit, and my shirts. Oh, they're fitting so much better. Like my ones that were kind of tight are now fitting great. My ones that, fit great are loose. So progress is progress. And I'm not focusing on the number. I'm focusing on getting healthy, getting fit, and just building muscle and losing fat. So those are my goals. And some of the goals that I had set for myself for phase one were for me to up my water intake. I definitely have been sticking to that, and it's helped a lot. I've noticed an improvement in my skin. Like I do have some breakouts, but not nearly what they were before that. So my skin's looking more glowy, and I'm feeling so much better. Another thing was to wake up consistently early every single day. I mean, as a mom of three, I don't sleep in, like that's impossible, but I wanted to wake up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock every single morning. So some mornings I wake up earlier than that, but then there's sometimes I do take advantage and I'll just hang out with my two youngest and because they're watching TV or, whatever. So I'll just take advantage of that and kind of be lazy in the morning. But I've been consistently getting up and I'm very proud of myself just getting my day started. And another goal I had set for myself was to change my mentality. Like, I really wanted to focus on mental health during this because phase one was completely different than what I had been doing. I was doing cardio first and then lifting and not really having any direction to doing no cardio. And I was going like 5, 6 days a week before, and then I went down to only going 4. So it taught me some discipline and to really just trust the process and to be more positive and not focus only on the numbers because there are a lot of factors when it comes to the scale. And yeah, I'm really happy with my progress, and I feel like I don't know, like if you can compare to my photo that I have for my intro on the other one, if you would like to compare, but I feel like I'm getting like this isn't so fat, it's getting more toned. Um, just overall, I can see like a difference in my face and everything, and I'm just really, really pleased with phase one. And I still recommend this program. That hasn't changed. I did jump ahead to phase three and got a little overwhelmed, so I don't recommend doing that. I mean, it's good to know, but just don't overthink it. And now I want to get into nutrition. Like I had mentioned before, I was doing If It Fits Your Macros. I'm still doing that, and it still works great. I don't feel hungry. And being a mama 3, always on the go, it's just easier. Like, I'm not saying I don't meal prep. I do. I meal prep. But there's occasions, like if I'm doing something with my kids, like doing an event at my son's school, and it's like muffins with mom or something, I want to be able to participate. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm sticking to this. I want to be able to make it fit. I want this to be lifelong. These changes, I don't just want them to be a quick fix. Because I did the ketogenic diet last year, and it was great. I have nothing really negative to say about it. It was just, I was afraid. I was afraid to eat outside of what I was told was okay, which that's the whole point of keto. It's a lifestyle. You're only eating that way, which is perfect. But I don't know, like I didn't like disappointing my son when I didn't participate with certain things in his schools, or my daughters when they're like, "Hey, look at this concoction I made on my plate. Try it." So I just I want to be more present with them, and part of that is experiencing things with them, including food things. So that's my reasoning, but I'm doing really well. I'm sticking to my macros. I'm logging almost every single day, and if I don't log a full day, it's just because I don't know how to track it. I know that sounds lazy, but it's just the truth. I don't want to be a slave to macros. I don't want to be a slave to calorie counting. I want to know that, okay, I might go slightly over, but that's okay. And just not make it all weekend free for all or an all week or month-long free-for-all. So this is, for me, all about like just changing the way I think about things. And I did have like a slight eating disorder. Why I shouldn't say slight, because any eating disorder is not slight, to where I would just drink water and fill up on that and wouldn't really have anything else. And water would trigger me, like upping my water intake would trigger me not to eat. And with that, I was feeling very sluggish. I wasn't seeing improvements in my body, and I was losing muscle mass. So I've actually been working on that, and I'm not finding any setbacks with that. And all my supplements are the same. Again, visit the video before because I went into what I was taking, what I was wanting to add. But everything's the same except I've added one thing. I'm doing like, sorry, trying to find it, a little bit at a time. I'm not trying to overwhelm myself. So I did add in this Amino Energy from, it's from the same brand that I used before. I should probably know, Optimal Nutrition. But I really like this. It doesn't have, as far as I know, it doesn't have, fake caffeine in it. Well, I guess a little bit. No, it's caffeine from green tea extract, and green coffee extract. It's a bean. So only 10 calories, only 2 carbs. Yeah, I mean, I really like this. I do, sometimes I only do 2 scoops, sometimes I do 3, sometimes I do 4. I haven't gone past 4. But I'm really enjoying this. It's a nice little treat. It tastes like a Jolly Rancher. I'm not a big fan of Jolly Ranchers, but just to give you an idea of what it tastes like, I had, and I'm not dissing Beachbody at all, but I had the Beachbody pre-workout, and it really turned me off. I just didn't like the taste. What works for someone doesn't always work for, someone else. So it kind of turned me off from like pre-workouts, and I know that's like an amino energy, so it's not, well, it says use it as a pre-workout or 4 hours after your workout. I use it as a pre-workout, and I don't know, I feel like it's helping, and I'm not having any weird side effects or anything. My husband's enjoying it, so that's what I've added. And I actually wanted to add glutamine to my regimen, but this actually has it in there, so I'm kind of excited about that, because then I might not, that's one less thing I have to buy. But I do want to say that supplements are just that, supplements. They're not made to build your diet. I actually have a really good resource for you. I like Abby Pollock. She's on, I think that's how you say her last name, but she's on YouTube. She's got a crazy ton of followers, so a lot of people like her, and I just like how she breaks everything down. And I'll link that, her supplement video down there on like what she recommends, why she recommends it. But I'm going to touch on a point that she had touched on in her video, which I find is very important. Supplements are just that. Like I said before, they're supplements. It's not to take the place of a proper diet. So if you aren't in a good place, with your diet, you're not eating right, you're not eating enough protein, supplements are kind of just a band-aid. They're not going to help you in the future. You really need to get in that habit first, before you take on anything else. And plus, you need to afford that lifestyle first. Like, you need to make sure you can afford to maintain your protein intake, which I mean, if you can't afford that, then why are you going to waste your money? Well, not really waste, but why are you going to spend your money on supplements that can be pricey? And then you're going to start relying on them to fill in the gaps of your poor nutrition. So anyways, a little bit of a rant, didn't mean to do that, but pretty much get your diet right. Once you start logging and seeing where you're at every single day, you can see where you need to make improvements. Make those improvements first and stick with them, and then add in your supplements if you feel like it's necessary. So yeah, that's just what I learned, and I thought it was great advice, so I'm sharing it with you. But yeah, phase 1 was good to me. I have no complaints. It was a great foundation, and I'm building on it now. I actually started phase 2 today, and I'm planning on updating for week 1, possibly week 2, but don't really want to do like a halfway. I want to give like a first impressions of my first week of phase two. So just to keep everything fresh and not be settled into the routine yet. I really want it just to be raw for you guys. So I don't think there's really anything else. I mean, I've been tracking even on my little getaway, not a vacation. I wouldn't say it was a vacation, even though we did have a little bit of fun. It wasn't for a fun reason why we went, but yeah, I was even tracking then, and I was watching what I was eating. Did I eat according to plan the whole time? No. I mean, you're traveling, and it was very last minute. Like we decided within like an hour that we were going. So, but for the main part, I did. I was drinking my water. I was, keeping my protein up. My carbs were high. Honestly, if you want me to be honest with you, my fats weren't too bad, and yeah. And also, update, I made a fitness Instagram. So I'm not doing it for sponsorships or anything. I mean, come on, look at my channel. It's not that big. So I'm just doing it for my accountability so I can look back on it and be like, wow, look where I was like 3 months ago. Look where I was a year ago. And just to get it off of my review regular Instagram. So I'm also going to put that below because I know that I have my other one in my previous video. And yeah, I'm feeling really right. Can I talk? I'm just feeling really good right now. I have more energy. Um, when I did do cardio today, I'm gonna update you. This is part of phase two, but I'm just really, really excited about this. I used to only be able to run, well, it's more like a jog at a 3.5 mile per hour rate, and today I did 4.5 miles per hour. So yeah, I had lung surgery when I was 4. I'm gonna call it that, but it's a little bit more complicated than that. So I have scar tissue and everything. So cardio and running in general has always been a challenge for me. So this is so exciting, especially since I worked so hard during phase one. Didn't really do any cardio, and to just up it like that is just so amazing. But yeah, I recommend it. Do it. If you're going to do it, let me know. Comment below. Thank you for watching. I know this video is kind of like all over the place, but I just really wanted to hurry up and get it up. I didn't want to pre-script it. I didn't want to overthink it. I just wanted to get it up for the people that are waiting for my update. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.